What's up, my elite kings and my elite queens? Welcome back. Here we are, guys, with another awesome video. And today, guys, I'm going to be reading out of the book, of course, one of my favorites, The Miracle Power of Your Mind, the Joseph Murphy Treasury. I got this on Amazon, my people. And today I'm reading a page called The Practice of the Presence of God. Okay, so it's gonna be a great reading, guys. And after this, gonna give you guys my takeaway and kind of go over what we just read. Anyways, I love you, and here we go. Practice of the presence of God. The omnipresence of God means that God is present at every moment of time and every point of space. To practice the presence of God all day long is the key to harmony, health, peace, joy, and the fullness of life. Begin now to seek God in everyone and in everything. The first step, accept the fact that God is the only presence and the only power. He is the very life and reality of you. The second step, realize the presence of God in all of the members of your family and every person you meet. Salute the divinity from this moment forward in everyone who crosses your path. The third step, realize, know, and claim that everything you are and everything you see, whether it is a tree, dog, or cat, is part of God's expression. This is the greatest thing you can do. It is powerful beyond words. Wow. Sit down quietly 2 or 3 times a day and think along these lines. God is all there is. He is all in all. Begin to realize that the divine presence is within you and within everyone around you. Seek and you shall find. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Boom! That was big right there, guys. That was big. Hold on. Let me underline this real quick. Wow, guys, that was huge. This is probably one of my top favorite readings, man, because you know what? Being able to seek God in everyone and everything is so key to always keeping your composure, never breaking out of your character, never letting the ego, the flesh, take over your thinking, never reacting but responding to the world. The fact that God is within everyone and everything takes already the judgment away. You cannot judge because we are all one. This is why life is a mirror, not a window. When we see God in everyone and everything because we are also God, that's what this means when life is a mirror, not a window. Because I am God, you are God. So when I look at you, I'm looking at me because we're all one. The only thing that tends to separate us is the ego, is the flesh, is the ego thinking. Okay? So this is very key right here. And so really quick, here, let me see. So God is present at every moment of time and space, of course. Okay, so we're going over the reading. The omnipresence of God means that God is present at every moment of time and every point of space. Okay, that means, guys, that God is always everywhere and everything. God is in front of you, beside you, inside you, everywhere. Everything is God already. Everything is God. God is always here, present all the time. Okay, and time is not real. Here, now, always. Okay, so your thoughts, your conversations are God speaking. Your thoughts are actually your prayers. Your words or your prayers, your self-talk, your conversations are actually prayers. It's what you're asking for nonstop. What comes out of your mouth, what comes out of your thoughts, what comes out of your mind, what comes out of your conversations is asking. You are asking consistently, and God is providing. To practice the presence of God all day long is the key to harmony, health, peace, joy, and fullness of life. Okay, so whenever you are in harmony, health, peace, joy, and fullness, which is who you always are, that is your natural state. If your ego is not healthy, your flesh is not healthy, but you are healthy and you claim I am healthy because you are not your ego, you are not your flesh. So if you have a hurt body or you have a dis-ease, just know that that is not you. That is the ego. That is the flesh. For the spirit cannot go through these faculties. Okay, so always say you are in harmony. That's your spirit. Always say you're in health. That's your spirit. Always say you're in peace, joy, and fullness of life. That's your spirit. So make sure you're always saying these and affirming these words, for that is who you truly are. You are not the ego. You are not the flesh. And when you say these, you are practicing the presence of God all day long. Okay. Do not identify yourself with any negativity, for that is the ego and the flesh. You are not the ego and the flesh. You are not from the earth. You are from the kingdom of heaven. You are from the spiritual realm. Begin now to see God in everyone and everything. Everyone and everything is God. This is all God. happening right now in front of you. The first step, accept the fact that God is the only presence and the only power. That's all there is. That's all that is. Everything is God. Everything is God. God doesn't go away, come back. No, God, this is God manifested. Everyone and everything is God unfolded. He is the very life and reality of you and everyone. The second step, realize the presence of God in all members of your family and every person you meet. This is very imperative. This is where you'll start being much more kinder to people, much more nicer, much more helping, because you know that that is God. When you help others, you're helping God. Okay, but guys, let's not get it messed up. People also have an ego. Okay, we need to make sure that we're always assisting the God within and not the ego. Okay, not the ego. That means if one of your brothers is like, or one of your friends is like, hey man, bro, let's smoke this cigarette, or let's go drinking, let's drink some alcohol, and you're not about that, okay, just know that's the ego speaking. Okay, it's God, but it's God. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is the game. Okay, everything is God, positive and negative. You choose which route you desire. But it's always going to be positive, where you're going to really get the best out of this game. You can choose to live negative, and you will get the negative of the negative out of this game. You will get suffering. You will get pain. But if that's what you desire, go for it. Okay, we're choosing positivity. We're choosing the goodness, okay, of the spectrum, of the energy, of the frequency, so that we are always smiling, which we smile first. We smile first, and then we jump into that positive frequency. It's aligned, okay? So we see positivity in everybody because everyone is God, okay? If your brother says, let's go do positive stuff, that's God. If your brother says, let's go do negative stuff, that's also God. The thing is, the negative, here it is. The negative is attached to the 3D. For the 3D is low vibration. The 3D is this right here in front of you, is the low end of God. The 3D is the low end of God. Okay? When you go into the 4 and the 5D, that is the high end of God. Everything and everyone is God, positive or negative. It's always been God, except one is low end, one is positive end, just like a battery. You can choose to go one way you want. Everything has its frequency and its energy. Some things are positive, some things are negative. You choose the path that you desire, and you will get the result of that frequency. So if your friend's inviting you to the bar to drink, more than likely that's on the negative end of the frequency. If your friend's telling you, let's go to the gym and work out, that's the positive end of the battery of the frequency. They both have their own results. You choose, but it's always God, okay? Except the low end of God would be considered the ego, would be considered the flesh, the 3D, the 6 protons, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons. All that is low vibrating energy. The 4 and the 5D is the kingdom of heaven. That's your thought. That's your higher. That's spiritual. Okay, that's the positive end of the battery, the positive end of the spectrum, the high frequency, the kingdom of heaven, the spirit. Okay, that's where we're from. That's actually where we are originated from. We came down to this low vibration to experience the low vibration and the positive vibration, but we are actually from the positive vibration. We are from the positive side of God. Okay, so make sure you see God in everyone and everything, your brother or your sister, whether it's positive or negative, it is God. You just choose what spectrum you want to live by, okay? But God is everyone and everything. So if someone's being negative to you, be like, oh, that's the low end of God speaking to me, which is their ego. If someone's being positive to you, that's the positive end of God, which is speaking to me, which is the spirit. Okay, man, that just all came to me right now, baby. Let's go. Everyone and everything is God, positive or negative. Okay, one end is positive God, one end is negative God. Which one are you gonna choose? Okay, there's no judgment. Okay, everything is love. Everything is love. But remember, God, we came from the positive end of God. That's where we originated from. The kingdom of heaven, which is spirit, which is, you can't see it. Okay, that's where we originated from. Okay, so. And God actually says in the Bible, if you love this world, you don't love me, okay? God is everything, but God wants us, who we are. We desire the positive. We desire to go back where we came from, which is always positive. We desire to experience positive in the 3D, okay? Anyways, here we go. And if you desire negative, hey, there's no judgment. Okay? There's no judgment at all. All right? But more than likely, you're desiring to live the positive, the kingdom of heaven here on the 3D realm. Here in the low vibrating part of the battery, you desire to live in high vibration, which is you. The third step, realize, well, actually right here it says, salute the divinity from this moment forward and everyone who crosses your path. That means everyone you see, there's God, there's God, there's God. Hey, hello, God. Hello. I believe there's a lot of spiritual say, namaste. I believe namaste means the God within me says hello to the God within you, or the God within me loves the God within you. So namaste, okay? So that means we see God in everyone and everything, no matter whether they're doing negative or they're doing positive. That's God right there, okay? They've just chosen the positive end of God or the negative end of God, which is the low vibration end of God, okay? The third step, realize, know, and claim that everything you are and everyone and everything you see, whether it is a tree, dog, or cat, is part of God's expression. It's God unfolded, okay? Everything you see is God unfolded. This is the greatest thing you can do. It is the powerful beyond words. This is the greatest thing you can do. I'm going to read that again. Know and claim that everything you are and everything you see, whether it is a tree, dog, or cat, is part of God's expression. This is the greatest thing you can do. It is powerful beyond words. This is powerful, my people. When you really start to see God in everything and everyone, and you know this is true, and you truly believe this, this is more powerful beyond words. Sit down quietly 2 or 3 times a day and think along these lines. God is all there is. That's all there is. He is all in all. Begin to realize that divine presence is within you and within everyone around you. He is all in all. Begin to realize that the divine presence is within you and within everyone around you. This divine presence, this power is in everyone and everything, every plant, every shoe, every TV, every person, every animal, every grass, every planet, everything. God is within everything. Don't hate, appreciate, love all. Okay, begin to realize the divine presence within you with everyone around you, okay? Seek and you shall find. Seek you first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things shall be added unto you, my people. Truly grateful for today's video, guys. Remember this. We're here to experience a beautiful life. We're not here to suffer, like some people will say. If you say you're here to suffer, then that's what will be your reality. But we say we're here to enjoy a beautiful, healthy, prosperous life, for we are God. Okay, we're going to choose the positive in the spectrum, meaning automatically we're going to live positive. And the thing why we also say we always live positive and we don't struggle is because we're not going to identify with struggle. When someone is struggling and then they identify with it, of course you're going to feel it. But if we are going through a struggle, what someone else would identify, we'll say, I'm not struggling. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. This is easy. Why? Because we see in the kingdom of heaven that it's no struggle and it's easy. This is why we always say this. Life is not hard. This is why we say there is no struggle. You do not have to suffer. This is why we say everything is easy. Life is easy. Because why? Because we see it here and we identify with the kingdom of heaven. We're not identifying with the 3D illusion. Somebody go through some pain. They say, yeah, it's painful. No, we go through, the ego goes through some pain. And what do we say? Oh, yeah, it's easy. Why? Because we don't identify with the ego. We identify with the spirit. So when people say life is hard, or they go through hard times, they say life is hard. We don't do that. The ego goes through hard times. And what do we say? Life is easy. Life is fun. Okay, and that's how we live our life, my people. Remember this, because when you're living in the kingdom of heaven, when you're living in spirit, there is no pain. There's only happiness, peace, love, joy, health, wealth, success, abundance, prosperity. We don't identify with the 3D. And whatever the 3D is telling us or doing to us, we don't identify it. We completely shut it off. We completely ignore it. We completely ignore the 3D. It's not that we ignore it. We just don't give 2 shits about it, man. It's the same thing like when you get a call. This is what my mentor said. When you get a call, and you ignore it, right? And you ignore it, right? So you get a scam likely call, you ignore it, you're like, whatever, boom, that's the same thing. That's the 3D. Every time you get a scam likely call, that's the 3D trying to tell you what it is. The 3D is trying to tell you that you're broke. The 3D is trying to tell you that you're going through a hard time. The 3D is trying to tell you that you're stressed out. No, I don't do none of that. I don't stress out. I don't have hard times. No, I'm not broke. I'm actually very rich. Why is this? Because we live in the kingdom of heaven. We live within. We live in the delusion, de-illusionized. We're not no longer identifying with the illusion. Okay? So remember this, my people. You are God and everyone and everything is God. We are all God. Okay? So express that. That means you are powerful like myself. We're all powerful, very, very powerful. And when you speak, that is God speaking. So guess what, my people? Say it, believe it. Prosperity, health, wealth, happiness, peace, love, joy, success, abundance, prosperity. I am that I am. I am that. I am all that is. I am greatness. I'm in my beautiful mansion. I'm on a beautiful vacation. I'm on the beach. I'm traveling across the world to vacation spots everywhere. I'm rich, abundant, prosperous, inspiring billions and trillions of people. I am health, wealth, happiness, peace, love, joy. I am a leader. I am a guide to all. I am very successful, happy. And as soon as you say these, my people, this is God saying it. This is God saying this. This is not even you saying it. This is God saying it. And guess what? Who you are God. I love you so much. Keep going. Okay? Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep smiling. Keep smiling. I love you so much. Vamos.